There was a lot of emotion today. Signs like this sum up the feelings that a lot of people have for the victims. One very interesting aspect about this shooting is that it is taking place in a community that is within eyesight of a police department. Here at the State House, everyone I talked to describes John Glenn as a humble leader. This warehouse has served as an apartment, but no one's inside right now. And this sign is making sure no one gets in. When you're in a building like this full of a lot of people who have all these sculpted bodies, I have to tell you, I've been trying to suck in my stomach a little bit here. A beautiful weekend in Central Ohio. Hopefully you were able to get out and enjoy. The developments tonight after a deadly semi-crash in southwestern Franklin County. Right behind me is the Ohio State Fairgrounds. This is where this incident happened. Right now it is quiet. Earlier today it was a much different scene. Now I talked to a woman, she's from Lancaster. Her name is Sherry Fraley. I talked to her on the phone tonight. She was leaving the fairgrounds when the accident happened, walked right past the ride where all of this happened, and she described to me seeing a person on that ride fly off of the ride and saw pieces of that ride flying as well. So a very scary scene. That woman, she was with her family members as they were leaving the scene. Right now she's home in Lancaster. She's obviously very shaken up by everything that she witnessed today, but she is right now just praying for all the people who were injured and for the one person who lost their life. I will tell you, out here talking to a lot of people who have been leaving the fairgrounds, really the feeling is just shock and really sadness from a lot of people, because this was the first day. This is normally an exciting time of year for a lot of people, and of course tonight we have tragedy. So a lot going on, a lot of sadness, a lot of emotions, but there also are people who are counting their blessings that it was not worse. We'll toss it back to you. Considering the injuries this woman suffered, it's a miracle she's still alive. Talking with her earlier today, one thing that stood out to me is just how strong she is. Right now, she's home recovering from her injuries, and police say the man responsible for causing them is here in the Licking County Jail. A day after a brutal attack.
That's what helped pull me through.
Cheryl Loafman is lucky to be alive.
I feel pretty beat up. Like mentally and physically, I'm just, I'm bruised up, I'm hurting.
I caught up with Loafman at her home where she's still recovering. Newark police say around 2:30 Wednesday afternoon, Raymond David Taylor stabbed her. The wounds are still visible, including cuts on her hands, as he tried to wrestle away his knife.
I was literally fighting for my life.
The 36-year-old tells me Taylor, her ex-boyfriend, was staying in her home after recently getting out of jail. She says Taylor has a pill addiction, which fueled the attack.
Just because I wouldn't go get his pills. That's all it took. He grabbed the knife off the stand and grabbed me by my hair, the back of my hair, and took the knife and just slit me on the back of my neck. And blood started coming. And then it was just a big fight.
Authorities say after the attack, Taylor led police on a chase. New dash cam video captures the pursuit, which ended in rural Licking County with police opening fire. 3 Newark police officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave.
So they've been taken off the street. They won't be back onto the street until probably at some point when the investigation has either ended or near completion.
Meanwhile, Loafman is trying to process how someone she once loved could hurt her.
Well, I never thought that he would hurt me like that. Like I knew that he was addicted to the pills, but I didn't think it was that bad.
This mom is healing thanks to her family. It's the same family she credits for motivation in surviving her attack.
The only thing I could think about is my kids. My kids and getting out of there.
Taylor is facing a number of charges, and right now he's being held on a $1 million bond. I spoke to 2 women who say they encountered the suspect. Now, one of those ladies says that she is a neighbor of this guy at this apartment complex behind me. The other woman says that she was his hostage. Now, when that hostage was freed, she was reunited with her dad. It's a reunion you'll see only on Fox 28. Dante Thomas does something he wanted to do for hours: hug his daughter Shantae. She's one of the people held hostage by an alleged bank robber at this Taco Bell.
As soon as I put my head up, I just see the guy bleeding out of his stomach. I see a gun. He's got the gun to another coworker's stomach. So he tells me to put my hands up. So I put my hands up, then he tells me to get on the ground.
When she went to work, her dad had a feeling something wasn't right.
As soon as I caught her, I heard the distress in the voice. Dad, we're being held hostage. I know you're at work, so we're being held hostage. And I'm like, what? And I'm instantly on the way over here.
I was scared. I cried a little bit, but being scared isn't going to do anything. So, and then I don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing that he has my life in his hands.
According to Columbus police, the guy who allegedly held this fast food restaurant hostage started his crime spree around 1:45 Tuesday afternoon, robbing this PNC Bank on Dublin Granville Road. His next stop, down the road at Trinity Square Apartments. Police say he lives there. His neighbor, Gina Martinez, says he paid her a visit.
Told me I just robbed PNC Bank. And I thought he was joking, I laughed at it. He said, I'm dead serious.
Martinez says her neighbor told her he planned on robbing more banks. Police say they got a call the suspect was at the apartment, and when an officer encountered the suspect, that officer fired 2 shots, striking the alleged bank robber in the stomach. Authorities say the suspect jumped out a second-story window and ran to the nearby Taco Bell. 3 crime scenes in over an hour.
This is the kind of thing that takes our officers off the street to guard numerous scenes.
For Shante Thomas, what was supposed to be a normal day at work was far from it. She's just happy to be alive.
It's different when you're faced with life and death situation.
Yeah, well, that fast food worker tells me that her fears were eased when the suspect told her that the gun he had was a fake. Now, police have not been able to confirm that information. The only thing that the police chief could tell me tonight is that the suspect was taken to the hospital and rushed into surgery, but we don't know his condition tonight. The field outside of Ohio Stadium is one place you might find Devin Scheller. He plays trumpet for the Ohio State Marching Band. But if you're going to be a member of the best damn band in the land, you have to practice.
I practice any chance I get between school and work. I come out here, go to the field by my house, and just practice.
We're not just talking about hitting the right notes. It's the footwork, the commands.
Band horns up, press 1, 2, 3.
And don't forget the flair. Every member has to be on their A game because every week their spot can be challenged by an alternate member, like Scheller.
Keeps everyone on their toes. That's how we keep this band the best it is.
With Ohio State taking on the team up north, the OSU freshman went one-on-one with another band member for a chance to march Saturday.
You just got to believe in yourself, and I really felt like, I thought I put my all out there.
And it worked. The 18-year-old earned his spot on the band.
It's an amazing feeling.
A feeling balanced with humility. His practice ends today, but picks up again before the big game Saturday.
Be a part of that game, and it's going to be very memorable.
At the shoe, Bryant Maddrick, ABC 6 News.